Hey everybody, Mark here from 8 Minute Axe. If you're only going to take time to watch one video about the 12 string, then I don't think you could do much better than this one. Today I'm going to answer many of the frequently asked questions about the 12 string and play some of my favorite 12 string riffs. I'm going to cover string selection, pick selection, capos, tuning, stringing, my favorite 12 strings at different price points, and the best songs to play on the 12 string for every skill level. I'm going to focus on the acoustic 12. I'll do a video about the electric 12 string soon. We have a lot to cover and I want to get through it as quickly as possible, so let's get right into it. How is the 12 string tuned, and do you play it differently than a 6 string? The good news is you don't have to navigate 12 separate strings. A 12 string is laid out in 6 sets of pairs. Each pair is tuned just like a 6 string. The 4 lower strings are tuned an octave apart, and the 2 highest strings are tuned in unison. For all intents and purposes, the 12 string is played just like a 6 string. All notes and chords are exactly the same. If you do want to maximize the unique sound of the 12 string, however, the way you approach the instrument is much different. I made a video on how to properly approach the 12 string to maximize its sound. You can click on that up here. How do you tune a 12 string? The great Pete Seeger famously remarked, when you play the 12 string guitar, you spend half your life tuning the instrument and the other half playing it out of tune. Like anything else, the more you practice tuning, the more proficient you get. Investing in a good tuner will make your life easier. I recommend a Peterson or a Boss or a TC Electronic. You'll also need to exert some patience. I always make 2 passes. First I get each string in relative tune, and then I go back and fine tune. Many 12-string players prefer to keep their guitars tuned down a half step or even a whole step. There's a lot of tension on the 12-string neck, and tuning down is a good way to preserve the life of the guitar. Tuning down also makes fretting the strings much easier. What kind of capo do you use? I can't stress how important it is to get a capo specifically designed for the 12 string. A 12 string capo is longer and has more padding and tension. I always use a Kaiser. It's easy to get on, it's easy to make quick changes, and there's plenty of tension so there's never any buzz. What strings do you use? I keep all of my 12 strings in standard tuning, so I prefer light gauge strings. Up until about 6 months ago, I had been using Martin and D'Addario for years. Then I discovered these. ERNIE Ball Silk & Steel 12 string soft. These strings kick ass. The wound strings are wrapped in silk. Now I'm not exactly sure what the silk does, but the sound is bright without being brassy. There's almost no string squeak, and best of all, they're remarkably easy on the fingers. What's your favorite song to play on the 12 string? Believe it or not, my favorite song to play on the 12 string wasn't originally done on a 12. This song is truly one of a kind, the Rain Song. What kind of picks do you use? Okay, if you've ever seen any of my 12-string tips videos, you know that my number one 12-string tip is to use a thin pick. It's an absolute game changer. A thin pick makes it much easier to attack the string sets evenly and consistently. I recommend the Dunlop 0.5. However, if you're a more experienced player and you want a little bit more control, try the Dunlop 0.6. These are what I primarily use. How do you change strings on a 12 string, and is it bad to take all the strings off at once? Let me address the second part of this question first. I've never had a guitar tech, luthier, or any other guitar expert advise me not to take off all the strings when I'm restringing. One of my buddies, who's probably the best guitar tech in all of Atlanta, laughed when I brought the idea up that by taking all the strings off, it could potentially harm the neck. As for the restringing part, get the right tools to make the job easier. Invest in a good electric string winder, a neck cradle, clippers, and a bridge pin puller, and set up in a space where you can spread out and work on the guitar from any angle. Take your time and make sure you're putting each string on in the proper position and that you're getting clean winds. What are some easy songs to play on the 12 string? There are literally hundreds of songs that use a 12 string. Ticket to Ride, More Than a Feeling, A Horse with No Name, and Free Fallin' are some great songs to start with. What's the best budget 12 string? In my opinion, you can't go wrong with Vangoa. Although they supply me with a guitar to give away each month, I'm not a paid spokesperson. Here's the way I see it. Most of the entry-level 12 strings are made in the same factory with similar components. Hence, the specs are pretty similar and they're all around the same price. Vangoa stands out to me for the first one is that you get a nice accessory bundle, a whole bunch of stuff that's a gold mine if you're a beginner. Their customer service is outstanding. Lastly, they're always trying to make improvements on their guitars. If you'd like to win a Vangoa 12 string, enter this month's contest. Details on how to enter are in the description. What 12 string would you recommend for under $1,000? This one's easy. I recommend the Taylor 150E. I love Taylor guitars and the 150E is no exception. For less than $900, you get a high quality instrument. It sounds great and plays exceptionally well. It comes with the ES2 expression system. Taylor didn't cut any corners with this guitar. The top is solid spruce and the back and sides are walnut. It's got a maple neck and an ebony fretboard. If you got something out of this video, please hit the like button and leave me a comment. And if you've made it this far and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Most importantly, have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.